Recently, as of February 2025, because nothing is relevant on this channel because of how far in advance I record stuff, it is currently February 2025, YouTuber XJoe81X had posted a video about a label maker that I think was a Denison brand made for DYMO or made by DYMO or something like that. And it was a little jobby, and you kind of just turn the dial and squeeze the little thing. Well, I have this DYMO labeling kit. I know nothing about it except that I have it. I don't know if I've used it. I may have had one similar to what XJoe81X had, but that's either long lost or even thrown out or gone. Comes in a plastic case like this. Has a handle that will go straight like that, and that is kind of it. There's no other marking whatsoever. We'll open it up. Oh, the book too, and some other goodies. Here's the book. This is a DYMO Mark 6 label maker with the instructions. A little card here. Cloth marking tape, instant cloth labels, iron on or sew on, and that unfolds like that. So I'll let you look at that for a minute and pause and try to read it. DYMO Products Company, printed in USA. Oh, here you go, folks. Copyright 1971. Not part of this kit, but I guess I threw it in here anyway, is an IBM Selectric type ball. There used to be something called the IBM Selectric typewriter, and it used a revolutionary new concept called a type ball or typing ball. So instead of actual hammers for everything, it was able to rotate this to where it needs to be and tilt it so you get, because you see characters, 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 characters. It was able to rotate and tilt and then bang that against the ribbon and onto the paper to make a mark, which would then be the letter or number or symbol or whatever it was, made out of metal. I don't really know too much more about it. This is spring-loaded, and that goes on in the typewriter like that, but that's not really what this video is about. It's about this DYMO label maker, and here it is. Plastic, as you see. It's got a thingamajobber over there. You turn the dial. I don't know if this works anymore. This says 1/4, 5, and that says 3/8, 9. I think there were different widths of tape that you could put in this thing. Is this a lock for it? Not really. Oh, there's tape in there. So that means that this opens somehow. I wish I knew how. This seems like the door that opens. Maybe just like, there you go. And there's black tape in there. I also have a couple of other wheels. That's more of a script type thing. And that's kind of why I put this in there. Because again, you were having an actual imprint of that. So you see all the little pedals on here, and they get punched against the tape in this device. So you have kind of a scripty looking one right there. I guess you don't get capitals or something with that one. And this one says vertical character wheel, so it can print on the tape vertically. Normally, as the tape would come out, You would cut it off somehow. Again, I don't, this cuts it maybe. I really don't remember. And it, you know, you'd have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc. going across like that. But with the vertical one, it would go A, B, C, D, and then you could mount the tape vertically. So that's kind of nice that I have that also. Where I got this, I do not know precisely. This may have been in the Temple garbage sale many years ago. Just a guess. So I got black tape in there. Here's a nice avocado green. Wow. Can you see that in a library? Damn. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. Here's, well, that one's falling apart. Not in the same type of holder kind of thing. Here's some blue. Some separate tape. Oh, but it's thinner. You see? See the width difference? So I got that. This one is sort of a yellowish with some black marking. That's kind of cool. I think it's just like a pattern. But I'm not positive on that. That could just be the adhesive backing on the back that has that printed on it, and maybe it's a clear tape because the inside part there is yellow, but I'm not going to open that up. I know that they used to sell other colors as well, and they used to sell wood grain colored tape for it, so that's kind of nifty. And let's see, I know that if you do a half like that, you can see how the tape advanced. I don't know if we printed a character before, and I kind of hate to waste it, but I think what you do is you squeeze that, maybe it doesn't work, I do not know. Yeah, it worked. There you go. And it cuts it off. That's kind of nifty. So what we're going to do is try to say JK18. So there's J. So all you do, I think, and I'm not sure what this doohickey is for, is just squeeze it and let go. It advances. We're just trying here. I don't know. And of course, you put the letter or number in the window. A. Y. Well, that sounded different. So maybe I wasn't squeezing hard enough? I don't know. No, it just sort of crapped out or something. K. A. Y. Do we have a 1? We do on this one. 1. Oh, it's working. 8. Space, 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 space. Yeah! That looks good there. We'll hold that thingamajobber. Squeeze it. And it's cut. And there is our label. That is awesome. And the way it works is it puts an imprint, I don't know if you can tell on the back, it puts an imprint of it on there, and when it does that, the plastic here gets bent or stretched or whatever you want to call it, and that makes it opaque or white. This pulls out, and that pulls out. We'll try the script one. I'm still holding it out like that because I don't know how it works. Yeah, there you go. So let's try JK18 again. I'll just kind of do it this time. Ooh, we're not moving no more. We're either out of tape or it jammed. Okay. It jammed or did something. Let's see. Yeah, it's all kind of printing on the same thing. So let's try that again. We'll try to cut it. That worked again. Okay, we're good now. And there's the script one. Just like that. So it doesn't print as nicely with that, but when have you seen that? That one really doesn't have as much of an imprint in it as this one does. Maybe it has to do with how hard you squeeze it, but hey, that's pretty awesome that this still works after all these years. There's really, besides the plastic itself shattering, there's nothing to break. There's nothing to go wrong. It's completely mechanical. And the best part is you got a fucking dial that you got to spin around to get to the character you want. There's no numeric keypad or alphanumeric keypad or anything like that. You got to just turn the dial. You got to spin that wheel like Wheel of Fortune, baby.
What are you doing? Pushing your finger in the hole trying to dial? You got to spin the wheel like Wheel of Fortune, girl. How?
That's it. Pretty awesome. I knew I had this, and I got it one time, maybe 2 years ago, when I was over at my parents' house. It's just something that was floating around. My dad has his own one of these, and I looked at it. It's a different style, maybe a different model, and he does not have all these colored tapes. So that's it. So I'm going to leave these in here. Of course, the backing you peel off, and then you get the adhesive part, and that goes on, and this goes back in like that. So just a couple little duds here, just learning how to use it again. And put that in, and put that in, and put that in, and we can kind of just sort of put tapes in. There's one there, and this kind of went maybe there. This kind of fell in, something like that. And these guys, and don't forget about that cloth tape that you can get. The DYMO labeling kit. That's how we used to do it, folks, back in the day. And these were the kind of labels you could get. Matter of fact, they used to have one of these. It was before my time at Tiny Middle. And somebody decided to fuck around one day, and there was a big long label, because again, you know, you got to spin the dial around, so that's a good time waster. And we had an area called the cage. The cage was a lockup cage. It was a fenced off area within the store, and that had a padlock on it, you know, the regular hasp and the padlock through it and all that. And that stayed locked up, and only a manager would have the key. And the reason we had that was for high dollar merchandise. So, you know, back in the early days, it would have been like Palm Pilots and stuff like that. And later on, it would have been cameras, camcorders, although they actually had a separate room for that later on. The small electronics like that. But anyway, there was a shelf there. Okay, there were just shelves in there. And there was a big, long label. And if I recall, it said something to the effect of, all pasted right on the front of the shelf, okay? In the event of a water landing, this shelf can be used as a flotation device. It was just there. It had been there for years. Somebody did that. I don't know, but yeah, this is how we used to do it. I remember these very, very vividly from my childhood. They were all over the place even then, and you can still use it today. In fact, you can even use it during a power outage and without batteries. That's pretty damn nifty. That's all I got for this one. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.